Hello, everybody, and welcome into today's episode of the Top Cut Yu-Gi-Oh! Podcast. We have a very special one today. I am Sunny, hosting with...
Your boy Caleb, woo!
And we have a guest today. We have...
What's up, guys? It's Dylan. I don't know what you want me to say.
No, it's okay. It's okay. I should have led you in better than that. Dylan here plays at our locals at ETB Games in Alexandria, Louisiana. We had a tournament today. It was our monthly big time Yu-Gi-Oh tournament. What did you play today?
Put together Drytrons recently after the Diviner came out and dropped Elledge for it. So,
okay, I got you. So, I know we've wanted to get you on for a while, Dylan, and I'm glad we finally worked it out. Before we get into too much deep into the discussion, we're actually going to hit quick play news really quick. And
Real quick today, actually.
Yeah, there's literally only one thing to talk about this year, which is we got the full set description for Bursts of Destiny. First thing it says is boosted Borals indeed, which is not what you really want to hear. Considering half of this episode will be us talking about banning Dragon Link, but it's okay. Arriving October 22nd, 2021, Burst of Destiny is the latest Yu-Gi-Oh! TCG core booster. This 100-card set introduces multiple brand new themes as well as 2 new Boral monsters, including the very first ritual monster for this iconic series of monsters from Yu-Gi-Oh! Reigns. Contains 100 new cards, 50 commons, 26 supers, 14 ultras, 10 secrets, and more notably, here's a taste of what you can expect. Powerful Dark Dragons, fun. The debut of a Winged Beast theme that can triple your normal summoning power and incentivizes tributing summoning level 7 plus monsters. That'll be the Flunderese archetype.
The birds are coming.
The birds are coming, yes. More cards for the themes introduced in Dawn of Majesty and much more. This will be Sue Ships and Magic-Key. Yep. The continuation of a world premiere theme found in Dawn of Majesty, which, because it's a world premiere theme for the TCG set, I don't think we actually have info on the Dawn of Majesty world premiere theme.
Yeah, I think that's that insect archetype they were talking about.
I've heard literally nothing about that.
Oh, yeah, no, they mentioned at some point that we were supposed to be getting, that the TCG is supposed to be getting an insect-exclusive archetype is about having an army of small bugs that can either pile on into one big pile of bugs or scatter out into a bunch of smaller piles.
So we can get that, but we still can't get the Inzector creator card?
I know, right? And there's also penguin stuff in this set, doesn't it say?
Yeah, well, and it says and much more. Yeah, it didn't talk about penguins at all, but yes, this is also where all the Penguin Ninja, Penguin Priest, Penguin Champion, probably.
They can't call him Penguin Hero.
Right.
Because they need to be a hero.
Right.
But this whole set's definitely going to be Alfred Hitchcock's The Birds.
Yeah.
Ever seen that movie, actually?
Yes. We watched it in social studies in high school.
That's where I watched it, actually.
Yeah.
So, you know what's funny, though, is all this stuff is getting released in the October Burst of Destiny set, but we were supposed to get that, the Winged Beast Draw 2 card. Mm-hmm. We were supposed to get that in the Synchrostorm set that was supposed to release in July, and now we're not getting it until January.
Yeah. Probably. That card's actually seems pretty unfair.
What? It's a pot of greed.
Yeah.
It's your straight up pot of greed.
It's pay 600 to draw 2 cards.
Yeah, it's going to be an issue.
Yeah, yes. The thought of that card is an issue.
Get him out of the hot. That's all I can say.
Yeah, that card's going to be super banned.
I give it 2 Banlists tops.
Something like that. I mean, it's a free +1, and you know what happens with free +1s in Yu-Gi-Oh! Other than that, the only other thing I want to say before we get to the ad break really quick, which I know is very early on, but we're just going to power through it today. We are, obviously, like usual, all of our links to our socials will be in the bio. We will have a link to my Twitter, @DatChumley, Caleb's Twitter, @JamTheMan17. We will have a link to the podcast Twitter, @TopCutPodcast. And Dylan, you have a YouTube channel.
Yeah, so me and my friend Trevor have a YouTube channel that we just started out. We only have 30 subscribers right now. It's Team Dad on YouTube. Team Dark Arm Dealings is what the acronym is.
Right.
So
we'll definitely have a link to that in the description below. Everybody go subscribe. We've actually linked videos to that channel before in the description.
Right.
Multiple times. So when you see it, go click on it, subscribe. You'll see a lot of stuff we reference from case tournaments that happen nearby us, major tournaments that happen nearby us. The tournament results we have today. A lot of the deck profiles from those tournaments are going to be in this profile. So, all right, let's take a quick ad break. All right, going in, we're going to start off with a little bit of tournament results. So, Caleb, we have a list here of stuff. The tournament organizer was nice enough to let me write down all the decks that we had. We had, I think, 18 people, which is not a ton, but for our area, it's a good amount. So, what were the representation numbers?
Okay, so I'm going to go from duplicate decks. We had one duplicate deck, Tri-Brigade Zoo. There were 3 of them.
Yep.
Everything else is just random individual stuff. We got Evil Swarm, Dogmatica, Burning Abyss.
Yeah, you heard that. Evil Swarm and Dogmatica, Burning Abyss, baby.
We got Drytron.
Yep.
Infernoble, 60 cards, scrap Orcust.
Mm-hmm.
With 60 cards, whatever. Live Twin Eldritch. I actually told this individual. I asked him what he would actually call this deck. He called it Ethod and the Manager.
that guy that you played against, he's from Lafayette.
I know.
Yeah. He's really cool.
Yeah. Surprisingly.
I think everybody that I played against today was super cool.
Yeah. Tunes, Paleo Frog. I know one person that we know who would love to hear that.
Yep.
Invoke Shadal Dogmatica, Warrock.
Yep, I played him round 1.
Poor guy.
Super nice.
Subterror, MIT, Scrap Dino, Dragon Link, which was me, and Chaos Under Dragon.
I played Zodiac Tri-Brigade, which, if you listen a lot, you probably realized already. But you said you played
Dragon Link.
What were you on, Dylan?
I was on a Drytron. I was playing the pre-prep build.
Okay, so that's the one that, like, insta-herald.
Yeah, that's the concept. It doesn't actually happen as often. But the thing is, realistically, if they want to interact with you, they got to stop the pre-prep, which is like the whole concept behind the deck. So.
Right, it forces interaction early. So, like, either you're going to resolve it and you're going to get free negates, or they're going to, like, ash it or something, and then you don't have to worry about stuff like that.
Right.
So, just looking at it, though, after Swiss...
They cut the top 4, yeah?
Yeah, they cut the top 4. Machina, Infinitrack, MIT was first after Swiss. Then Dillion here with Drytron was second after Swiss. Then the Invoke Shadal Dogmatica deck was third after Swiss. And Scrap Dino was fourth after Swiss. Hilariously, we talked about 2 weeks ago on a podcast episode that I got fourth at the Shreveport Locals. I was playing Zodiac Tri-Brigade. And the Machina Infinitrack deck that was first after Swiss here, he beat me in the last round and got first at that tournament.
Oh, really?
And then the Scrap Dino player, he beat me in round 3, and he got second at that particular Locals.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Pretty similar.
Yes.
Yeah, it seems the themes have repeated themselves.
Right. And I happen to know the 5th place player, which he obviously didn't get top 4, he was playing Zodiac Tri-Brigade. That was Mason, friend of the podcast. He came on a while back. I got 7th. So, my matchups were weird today, man. I started against Warrock. That was a 2-0. And then I went up against the Invoke Shadal Dogmatica, which was a very close game both times. I had a ruling that didn't go in my favor, but other than that, it was a super close game. I mean, we both had moments where we thought we had won the game, and then the other person came back, and then it swapped again. It was a great match. And then you had round 3. I played against Mason. It was a mirror match, which he won. Our decks, we looked at it afterwards, were almost card for card the same. But game 1, I didn't see a single Tri-Brigade the entire game, which hard to play Tri-Brigade if you don't see a single one. So, and then game 3, he 2-0'd me. Round 3, I played against the Orcust Scrap 60 card pile. that guy was super duper nice. And the deck was really interesting because he was running like 15 starters. And he could go full combo with basically nothing.
Yeah.
And then because of the Orcust cards working the way they do, it just never stopped. It was a very creative deck, which I love to see. And then final round was... I beat him, and then final round was... What did I play against the final round? Oh, no, I played against him final round. Round 4 was Evil Swarm.
Yeah, it's crazy. He's actually from Arkansas.
Yeah.
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 He told me he said he's from Little Rock. I think it was like 5 hours to come down.
Yeah. Let's see. Round 1 for me was against MIT. It was draw. We ended the round with a draw because we went into time.
Wow. Well, that's how you get a draw.
Yeah. But like he called. Like I was really about to make my second to last summon, and time got called, and I was like, oh no. This is where I would make Borload Savage, and I didn't have Scarlight Red Dragon Archfiend. If I had that, I could have made that burn for 500. Good game.
Man, you always gotta play the cheese, bro. Come on.
You got to.
You know, you say that. I didn't play Barry Setcher the Stormwinds. That's the cheese.
That's different cheese.
That's sticky cheese.
Round 2, I played against the 60 card pile Scrap Orcust. He had the hand traps. What do you do?
Oh, dude. He had so many hand traps against me. He double Lancia drolled me at one point.
Yeah. Game 3 was against the Live Twin Eldritch. Game 1 went in my game 1 on that round went in my favor because I'm Dragon Link. I did what Dragon Link do.
No, the confidence.
Yeah. Ripped. Banished 2 cards out of his extra deck before he even had a chance to do anything. It was great. Game 2, he went first and just grinded out my resources using the Eldritch part of his entire deck. And then game 3, we had already gone back and forth a little bit, grinding out each other's resources, surprisingly, because Dragon Link grinding. And so he had I had my A-bomb out, and he summoned Eldritch after going through after burning through all my negates and all that. Attacked over A-bomb with Eldritch with the attack boost, so he dealt 500 to me. Then he looked at the clock and just started doing random combo stuff during main phase 2 to make his main phase 2 last as long as possible without actually slow playing. It
worked though.
Live Twins were coming in and out of his hand over and over and over, not really doing anything. Like he ended up, it was weird. And then he looked at the clock again and went in phase with 30 seconds remaining on the clock.
And then started doing all of his Eldritch end phase effects.
Yeah, and then time got called, and that was it.
If Konami listens to this podcast, they really should fix the time rules.
They won't,
because that was 2 games that I had no business losing.
Yeah, and they make cards that are based around like abusing the time rules. Like Prank Kids are just they're so good in time, man, and they just made the time rules so much better for them.
Yeah,
decks like that just being able to just quick burn like that just breaks the rules.
Yeah, but then after 2 out of 3 of my round losses are due to time, I just went, I'm done.
Yeah,
dropped and went and played Goat.
Yeah, we also had a small Goat tournament on the side afterwards. Didn't quite have time for a second one, but I suspect next time we'll try to do more.
Oh yeah, because Goat's fun.
How did your day go, Dylan?
It was very interesting. It basically went like I thought it was, honestly.
The confidence.
Well, realistically speaking, like the theory going into the day was drop Herald, like they can't play anymore, and that's really what happened when I was able to drop Herald. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And, I actually had a game where somebody had Nibiru and I didn't have Herald up, and it would have really hurt if I hadn't set Solemn Scolding the turn before.
Ooh!
Yeah.
So I felt that.
You did go with the Scolding build?
Oh yeah, I did.
Hey, this is something I wanted to ask you. Did you do the really spicy tech? The Forbidden Lances?
Oh, I didn't do that. Because I went with the Scoldings instead.
Dang!
I was really wondering how the Lances were going to work out.
The thing was, like, realistically speaking, it's like, they're playing against Drytron. Like, who's going to discard a trap for Droplet, right? So
Right.
I can Scolding the Droplet,
Right.
but also, like I just said with the Nibiru, I just Scolding the Nibiru also today.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So, like, I can't Lance the Nibiru, obviously, but
You can run Lance and Scolding.
yeah, I could. But I'm already playing 46 cards. I mean, I don't know.
You played 46 today?
Yeah, I played 46.
Woo!
Yeah.
Woo-wee.
Wow, you went 4-1. So you were XO going into the last round.
Yep.
Wow. And I think the only reason you lost that round because didn't he like Gustav max you right before time or something?
No, I actually just didn't know what MIT did.
Oh, yeah.
And so what happened was game one, I bricked really hard. That's what happened. I bricked really hard. I
Yeah.
ended on a Link Karibo. And
You ended on a single Link Karibo?
yes.
That's some crazy Drytron combos, bro.
So I bricked really hard that game.
Imagine if you were only running 40. The consistency.
You know, I've been thinking about it. Realistically, it's my first event going in with it, so, you know.
I picked, but yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if you were able to consistently combo like all day today and you went 4-1, you were undefeated going into the last round, and you lost to a deck that you bricked hard and didn't know what exactly was going on, I don't necessarily think that 46 was a terrible decision.
Yeah, no. So, like, the whole thing was I bricked game one, so I lost that one. He OTK'd me, like, blew me out of the water. Like,
Yeah.
8K on board, pretty easy. Machina Fortress needs to be once per turn, by the way.
Let's
Let's just talk about that real quick. Like, dude.
He told me that one of the games, today, not against you, he had a game that somebody flipped Tikaboo on him, and he literally just played Machina Fortress Control the entire game and beat them.
It was Robert.
Oh, it was? It was Toons?
Robert.
Dude, he Machina Fortress me twice in one
Dude,
one
Machina
turn.
Fortress is such a... I've been playing Machina Fortress since, and Caleb, you probably remember this, about 2011, 2010. I was playing Machina, like pure Machina, right after the first Machina structure that came out. I was running 3 Fortress because that card is broken. You can literally discard 2 Fortresses and special summon one of them from the grave. Yeah. The interactions that card has are insane.
The fact that it's inherent. I know it's not a real word.
I
tried to call by the grave it. I ain't gonna lie to you. And he's like, oh, you can't do that. It's inherent. I was like,
What? Yeah. It doesn't start changing. Yeah.
that's wild.
Yep.
It just does its thing.
But no, game two, I just full comboed him.
Tried to call him by the grave. That's awesome.
I full comboed him, and he just scooped. And then I didn't realize how much the deck really banished, because he just OTK'd me the game one.
Yeah.
I didn't realize how much it banished, and I would have thought Lancius, but I didn't. And so what ended up happening was he made an Inner Blathnir, the rank 9, and I had a Herald Orange Light.
That card's been out a long time. People don't realize
Yeah.
how long that card's been out.
Yeah, it's
Primal Origin, 2014.
I had a Herald of Perfection. I had a Herald of Orange Light. I had a Drytron Monster, and I don't remember the other 2 cards.
Pretty good.
But he made Inner Blathnir, and I was in my head. I'm like, well, I really don't want to lose the Perfection here because I need to use it for Alpha. I think I had Nova, so I was gonna get a Drytron Monster. That's not the point. I need to use it for fuel.
Yeah.
I didn't have any fuel. So my whole, or not, it's my win condition essentially. So I didn't want to lose it. That's basically what it comes down to. So I Orange Light the Inner Blathnir.
Right.
He has Call by the Grave.
Rip.
So I just lose 3 cards out of my hand.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was an interesting time.
We need to remember to talk about Call by the Grave because that's one of the cards I wanted to talk about.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for those who are unawares, this will serve as the second half of our Banlist discussion podcast. Today, we will spend probably a solid most of the rest of the episode from here talking about the ban list, talking about our thoughts, and this is the opinion piece. This is the piece where we say, hey, Dragon Link, we're going to hit everything. So, But circling back to what you were talking about, let's see, round 1, what did you play?
Round 1, I played against Tri-Brigade, actually.
Tri-Brigade?
Yes.
Okay.
So I won game 1, I just full comboed him.
Yeah.
Game 2, we were getting close in the time. Remember, this is like my first tournament with his deck, and I haven't actually play tested that much with it. So, like, we were getting close in the time, and he puts up a barrier statue.
No.
I play Electromagnetic Turtle in my deck. So
excuse me?
Yeah.
Okay, wait. You can't. Okay, you got.
I can't drop that without explaining it. Right?
Okay, yeah. So I've heard the logic behind this. Our listeners have not, and Caleb actually probably has not. I don't know.
I have not.
Okay, so let's hear all about Electromagnetic Turtle.
So, like, okay, in the Drytron deck, yes, I can play 2 Eva still, but realistically speaking, there's not always enough fairy targets for it. Like, you don't want to get rid of your Cyber Angels because they're fuel for Natasha later on. Also, Ida 10 is a really good extender. Like, it's basically a Link 3 with a Mu Beta with 2 materials on it. So, I don't want to get rid of them. And the combo ends you with 2 Doesn't Matters in the graveyard. Like the normal combo for Drytrons, which is like a Diviner that you already used and a Herald from the extra deck. So that's the ones you banished for Eva to get a Herald and an Orange Light. So on your opponent's turn, when you have Beatrice, you have 1 more material, so you can send another one, another card. And it's just like, well, realistically speaking, I'd rather do it in their standby, because what are they going to play against me that hurts me the most, which is Dark Ruler, Forbidden Droplet. And I'd rather be able to get around Dark Ruler, at least get around half of the issue, and just send it in their standby phase. Because if I have a Farfa in my main deck, yeah, that's great. But the issue is then attached to something they do. So, like, I have to go to their main phase. They have priority to activate Dark Ruler.
Right.
So that's the whole thing. My deck loses to Dark Ruler plus, like, make Zeus I absolutely lose. Like, it's that bad. Like, that's the game. So Electromagnetic Turtle, what it does is, if your opponent declares an attack, you banish from the graveyard and negate the attack and end the battle phase. Which also happens to be, I didn't think about it, really good in time.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, because if you're up and they call time while you're in battle phase and you Electromagnetic Turtle.
So, he ended up doing the Tri-Brigade combo game 2 when we were getting close in the time, where he ended on some more barrier statue. I could not out the barrier statue. I just couldn't do it. So, we were like 4 minutes left. I scoop, we go to game 3.
Yeah.
Then game 3, I think he set like a bunch of back row and passed, and I opened up Electromagnetic Turtle again. I just opened it up in my hand. And
so you opened that Garnet in a 46 card deck.
Yeah.
Twice.
And no, I didn't open it up. I sent it with Beatrice the game before.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So like, I forgot exactly what ended up happening. But he activated Solemn Judgment, and then it basically made me pass my turn. But before I passed, I set Electromagnetic Turtle. So like, yeah, it was pretty much game from there. Like he couldn't actually attack me. I think he bricked also with back rows, and you know.
Yeah.
But
unfortunate.
Yeah.
And then as you do.
Game 2. I actually don't remember when I played game 2. I'm really bad at remembering tournaments.
I feel like you told me what you played round 2, and I don't remember either.
It's been a long day.
Yeah, no, it's been a long day.
Yeah.
I remember what I played the last 2 rounds, though. For sure.
Okay, so, I know you played against Scrap Dino.
Yes.
In round 4.
Oh, round 3, I played against Shadal.
Invoke Dogmatica.
Invoke Dogmatica, yeah.
Yeah, that's the same guy I played against round 2. I know because there was only one of them.
What was round 2, though?
Okay, how about this? I have the full deck list. The full list of all the decks.
Okay, that's good, yeah.
Paleo Frog, Tunes, Infernoble, Subterror.
Nope.
Chaos Thunder Dragon.
Oh, yeah, it was David. Yep.
Yep, Chaos Thunder Dragon.
There we go.
That's who it was. That went I think I went first. I made a board. Then game 2, he made the board, dude. David has a Chaos Thunder Dragon list that can make an insane board, but if you draw Droplet into it, it doesn't do anything. He had a Abyss Dweller, he had Dragoon, he had the Fusion, the Thunder Dragon Fusion Titan.
Yeah.
He had it. He activated Abyss Dweller and Standby his chain Droplet.
Tragic.
Yeah.
Oof.
Okay, and then round 3, Invoke Shaddoll Dogmatica.
Yeah, that one he bricked game 2, but game 1 I just opened up combo.
Yeah. I think
It's kind of how it goes.
And then, okay, so round 4, Scrap Dino, which got 4th after Swiss. So, how about this? Round 3, you played the deck that got 3rd after Swiss. Round 4, you played the deck that got 4th after Swiss. And round 5, you played the deck that got 2nd after Swiss. Or
Yes.
1st after Swiss.
I played all 3 players that were in the top 4, yeah. Besides me.
Wow. That's pretty good.
I
What a
lost
legend.
MIT, though.
That's
What a
crazy
legend.
that you lost to that deck.
Look, dude, realistic.
I'm not saying it's because it's a bad deck, but
No. I think it's really good. I just don't know what it does. I don't know.
yeah. Well, the whole thing about that deck is that it just builds advantage.
Yeah.
And this is something me and Caleb, I think, talked about in the last pod, or maybe one of the countless times we've talked on the phone. The deck builds an enormous amount of advantage. It just doesn't translate to an end board. Something like Drytron, you build all that advantage, and it translates to like a crazy end board. But the goal with MIT is build all that advantage, survive one turn, and then just kill you.
Kamehameha.
Yes. Super Juggernaut Lead, Super Dreadnought Cannon, Gustav Max, the whole 9. And just kill you next turn. But all that advantage that they build, they basically have all the cards they want in their hand. They're going to end with like 3 or 4 cards on field, like 2 or 3 back row. They're going to end with like 1 monster on field and like 12 cards in their hand. Because they're literally going to draw like 4 or 5 cards throughout the course of their combos.
Yeah.
And they can shuffle the cards they don't need back into the deck with ease.
If I knew what the deck did, I would have absolutely just sided through Lancia. I just didn't do it because I didn't realize.
Droll is the play there.
Oh, really? Is it?
Yeah. Droll is the play.
Yeah, I could see that
Yeah.
too, for sure.
But yeah, no, Droll and Lancia are 2 big things. It would have been great to have actually seen any of my side options, but
It really do be like that.
Yu-Gi-Oh!
Best thing about Drytron, you can search Lancia.
Yeah, exactly.
It's so broken. It really
That's
is.
really good.
You can search Lancia and Herald of Orange Light
Yep, it's crazy.
and Herald of Green and Purple Light too if you're into that kind of thing.
All right.
Can I say something real quick?
Go for it. Absolutely.
Okay, I just want to talk about Lina, the Light Charmer that just came out.
Broken.
It's insane. You could summon Lancia from their graveyard if they used it. And
Yeah,
then you could use Lancia on field.
yeah.
That's awesome.
Just steal your opponent's
I
Lancia.
just wanted to put that big brain play out there.
That big brain play.
Heard it here first, guys.
Are you
heard it here
playing
first,
Alana?
guys.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, heard it here first, guys. Use line of the new Light Charmer link just to steal your opponent's used up Lancias.
Yeah.
Lancia him back.
Okay.
Repay.
Let's get into the big topic. This is the headliner for the day. Banlist discussion for the no sooner than July 1st, 2021 ban list. We have a list of cards that we think have a realistic, what's what I'm looking for?
Possibility.
No, reasoning.
There's a logic to the reason why we want it banned.
Not even banned necessarily so much as there is a logic to all of these cards being moved on the ban list in a way that would make the format healthier.
Fair enough.
So there's logic behind touching all these cards. There's logic behind placing these cards differently on the ban list. So let's just kind of go through it. The first deck we're going to talk an enormous amount about, and I didn't realize just how many cards in this deck we felt like should be discussed and hit. The first one I want to talk about is the deck we're going to talk about is Invoke Shaddoll Dogmatica. So the pile, as I like to call it. The main cards in this combo, in this deck that we felt need to be discussed were Winda, Apcalone, Nadir Servant, Magical Meltdown, and Schism, and to an extent, Dragoon also, because these decks, as a control deck, they like to play Dragoon.
Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't.
Yeah, the main engine pieces here to discuss are Winda, Apkallone, Nadir, Meltdown, and Schism. Everybody wants to hit one, if not two of these cards, and they all want to hit a different one. My experience today tells me that Winda is so clearly the problem.
I've been telling you, brother.
Okay, but here's the thing. If you go on Twitter and you look, or if you go on YouTube and you watch the videos, you can go anywhere. And people will tell you, Winda's not the issue. It's the ease of getting to it through cards like Schism, through cards like Nadir, Dump, Apkallone. That's why when we discussed this, we decided that Apkallone was what Konami would actually hit, because they don't want to hurt the Shadal package as far as Schism. Schism hasn't been reprinted. They don't want to hurt the actual Shadal deck by taking away their win con and Winda. But Apkallone can kind of go, and the Shadal deck and their combos still be active, and they still have a solid end board. But you can't get rid of Winda. I mean, you know, Apkallone can go and it stay live. If Winda's gone, then the deck has no end board.
So I don't know if you were playing around the time that the Shadal Structure X came out.
I was not.
Okay.
That's how I got back in the game, was 3 of those.
So, like, they didn't have Schism at the time, but Winda was the issue. Like, I mean, the deck was making Abyss Dweller Winda, basically.
Oh,
like, I think some other stuff. Maybe, like, a Appaloosa also.
They
but, like,
could.
Yeah. But the main combo was Abyss Dweller, Cross Sheep, make a Winda. But they would always get the El Shadal from the deck, and that's how they make Winda.
Right.
So, like, Winda was still an issue without Schism. Like, in my opinion.
I think Winda's always been an issue. I mean, it's a floodgate that self-protects. But...
Yeah, but I mean, before Schism, the only way you can make it was you were running Shadal.
Yeah, no, it was a hard cut Shadal deck.
Yeah, but now, because of Schism, as long as you have access to dumping Apkallone out of your extra deck directly to your graveyard, boom, you have Winda.
That's, to me, is... Now with the introduction of Nadir and Schism, like, there's not a ton of places to interrupt this combo to stop it. And even if you do, they have... The rest of the combo generates so much advantage. Being able to Nadir into your Dogmatica package, whether you get Punishment or whether you get Fleur de Lis, not Fleur de Lis, the other one.
Maximus.
Ecclesia.
Oh, Ecclesia.
So whether you go Nadir into Ecclesia or whether you go whatever you want, the combo... It gives you so much more versatility. I think Nadir is the issue, but I don't think that they're going to hit Nadir. It's too new, and they want to get the reprint off of it.
Money.
Cha-ching!
Money makes the world go round. But realistically, I think both Winda and Nadir can go, but I don't think they'll do that. I don't think they'll hit Nadir. My personal, if I got to make this list, Winda would be banned and Nadir would be limited.
I think you're correct on that one. Nadir is just... Can we just call it Engage 2.0? Like, honestly.
Okay, I wasn't playing when Engage was around. I know it's wild, but is it really... Is Nadir better?
Nadir's more versatile. But then again, Engage does the same thing, because it accesses a toolbox and gets you another card.
But here's the crazy part about Nadir, and this is where I think, like you said, it's better in the fact that it's more toolboxy. But then, like, realistically, with Nadir, I can do 4 different things. I can get a Dogmatica search. It's going to get you a Dogmatica search regardless, but you can get a second Dogmatica search in the end phase with Titaniclad. You can search with Apkallone. You can end his pop. I mean, the things you can do here are insane.
Engage is not once per turn.
Oh, okay. Well, okay. At least Nadir is once per turn.
Yeah, hard once per turn.
Engage can be searched from the deck.
Oh. Okay, I take it back. I think Engage is better. That card can stay banned.
I mean, you had to go through a little hoops, but you know.
That card can stay guy.
Hayate attack directly for 15.
So realistically, when we talk about Winda, let's just quick fire. Dylan, Winda, where on the ban list?
Banned. 0.
Caleb, where on the ban list?
If it must be touched, 1.
No, I mean, it doesn't have to be touched. This is your opinion.
Oh, my opinion, I don't think it needs to be banned at all. But
that's okay. We're all allowed to be wrong. Go ahead.
But if Konami was to actually get hit, if Konami was to actually hit it, it would be put to 1.
Dolphin noises.
Yeah.
I don't know that hitting it to 1 accomplishes anything because realistically, 1 is the end board. And once they make the first one, I mean, and they're not waiting to make money on it. It's not going to need a reprint anytime soon.
Yeah, but I mean, that's Konami going, we're going to hit shit-alls hard. Here's how we're going to do it.
Yeah, I don't know. All right, App Cologne. Oh, win it for me, by the way. Quickfire expand. App Cologne, Quickfire, Dylan, go.
I think App Clone's fine.
Ban it.
Here's the thing. On my ideal list, Windows banned and Nadier's limited, so I think App Clone can stay where it is, if on my personal. All right, Quickfire, Nadir Servant, Dylan.
You know, like, I really agree with you, but I don't know if it's this soon.
But if you're making the ban
Eventually.
list,
I think it stays at 3. If they hit window, I think it stays at 3.
okay, on this ban, so yeah, that's fine. Let's talk about this ban list, not. But this isn't prediction. This is like what you think. If you were making the ban list, how would you do it?
I think
To honestly make the game better.
Nadir at that point, if Windows banned, it searches Schism, which means it doesn't search a floodgate. So realistically speaking, like it can hit Titanclad or Intis at this point.
Yeah, or any other card in the extra deck that you would like to have in the graveyard.
But what else would that be though?
Does it get off the Herald of Arclight effect?
No, they don't have any monsters that are low enough to search with it. Oh, the ritual monster that just came out is 500 attack.
Yep.
Oh, that's big brain.
Broken. Soon to be broken.
Um,
Okay, but realistically speaking,
Yeah.
Entis, Titaniclad, App Cologne. If we left App Cologne alone, I mean,
if we left the app call alone, I think they'd probably just end up searching the El Shadal. Maybe if they want to make, they'd have to play a bigger Shadal package so they can guarantee to be able to make. Well, they can't make one anymore. So.
I mean, they can toolbox, they can grab shit all fusion, they can do whatever they want.
I don't know. I have to see how that would be. Like, I think they just hit window and then they keep.
Nadir 3.
Nadir 3, yeah.
All right, what do you think, Caleb?
Oh, I would limit it.
Yeah, I'm also in the same boat. I think Nadir to 1 would be, in my opinion, if I was making the list, kind of the ideal thing.
Let's say, just for the sake of argument, they banned every card that had Shadal in the name. Nadir is still a ridiculously powerful card. I would.
That's true. It's broken without the Shadals.
Yeah, so it needs to be. I would limit it.
What do you think?
I think it's a really good card. I don't know if they're gonna do it soon.
No, they're not.
No, they're not going to do this soon.
Yeah.
But if we were making the list,
Yeah, if Konami told us you're making the list.
I personally don't feel like it's like I wouldn't do that yet.
oh, you wouldn't.
No, I'll let it ride.
All right, Magical Meltdown,
So,
Quickfire. That's the slowest
I
Quickfire I've ever seen in my life.
I want. So I'm sorry.
No, I'm picking with you.
I think that card's actually just insane. Like, just because of the interactions with the mirror matches.
Yeah, and it makes all not just in a mirror match, but it makes all your fusion spells before.
Yeah, I mean, so you can't negate the activation. You can still respond to the fusion spells.
Oh, okay, okay.
But I had issues with it today because I'm playing Drytron, so maybe that's why I feel like that. Because Harold is can't interact with it.
The only time the Evokeshadal Dogmatica player, the only time that he actually activated Meltdown on me, I responded with Imperial Order.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he looked at me and he was just like, I don't know what to do now, and he just set one and passed.
That's how
Whoops.
it be. I really don't know. I have an opinion on that, but it comes when it goes to Alistair. So I'm gonna say, I think it should stay at 3.
Okay, Caleb.
So here's my thing. I would ask the entire fan base whether or not they would like to have Magical Meltdown at 3. If they did, they would have to errata Alistair into a Gemini monster,
Oh, here we go.
taking the chaotic evil route into fixing the problem.
Okay, we all acknowledge that would fix the issue.
But barring that, I actually would limit it.
Yeah, it might. I'm thinking me and Kelly were just gonna say the same things over and over because
Probably.
we talk about this for multiple hours a day usually. But yeah, I'm also in the boat of limiting Meltdown. I think the card's insanely powerful, like you were saying. I think the entire Shadal engine is actually insane. People don't give that deck enough credit. They just say, it's just Shadal's.
Well, I mean, because
But the whole deck is wild.
because with pure Shadal, I can put out a board of Avermax, Winda, which the two by themselves are just ridiculous.
That's a hell of a combo.
Because Avermax, you can't target Winda for an attack, because 2200 is fairly easy to get over with one special summon.
Actually, I found out today you can get over 2200 ridiculously easy if you have a single Fractal.
Yeah, with one special summon. Yeah, it's not that hard.
Yeah, Fractal, send Kit, send Nerval, Search Cross, Normal Summon Cross, Banish 3 for Rugal, and he's 2300.
Yep. Just high enough to run over Winda. Avermax protects from that.
Unless they have an Alistair in hand, then it doesn't run over Winda. I found that out too.
Yeah.
Damage step.
Yeah, he damage stepped Alistair'd me.
Yeah.
Yep. And
I
then,
take it back. Leave Meltdown at 3. Ban Alistair. I'm done with that card. No more Return to Monkey.
Anyway, and then Avermax also can't be targeted by card effects. And then Winda, then even if they board
He ended
wipe,
that game, by the way, because I forgot that Alistair did that. He searched Alistair the previous turn. I drolled him, and then I forgot that Alistair did that, and I attacked into the Winda, and he activated Alistair and damage up, and I just you just win, and that was the end of it.
Yeah, he's honest for fusions. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, he's really good.
Anyway, like the Avermax can't be targeted by card effects. And then even if they even do the board wipe, Winda protects itself. It's not impossible to out, and I use up all my resources to make the board. But
So Meltdown to what?
Meltdown to 1.
Okay. Wait, we already did Meltdown.
We already did Meltdown.
Wait, what are we talking about?
No, it's your new one.
Yeah.
Oh,
We get distracted easily.
yes. Schism. Quickfire. Dylan.
Schism stays at 3. I want to say something about Meltdown real quick.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Okay,
Wait,
I
about
thought
what?
we were going to say Alistair next, so I was going to wait for that.
Oh, yeah, go.
I think Alistair should go to 1, actually, instead of Meltdown.
I can understand that.
I can get behind that.
Because if you remove the Alistair from the equation with something like...
Well, not necessarily that, but if they activate Meltdown... See, here's the biggest issue that everybody has with the deck. If you... It's like Schrodinger's cat.
By the way, my main deck droll in that particular situation was not just for you. It murdered in that matchup.
So, again, to be fair, it's like Schrodinger's cat. It's like... Invocation is never in their hand or in their deck until you activate the Ash.
Right.
Right? So, if you put Alistair and Invocation to 1, it actually creates a situation where you can legit just Ash the Meltdown or the Alistair.
Yeah.
And know that they don't have it in hand.
Yeah.
Because, the thing is, Ash is, such a relevant hand trap. Or Effect Veiler is a relevant hand trap, and Perm's a relevant hand trap. But with the fact that they have multiple copies, it creates a situation where you just waste a card. And...
Right.
I don't know. I think it creates less variance in that situation.
You said something that was very interesting. You said Veiler and Imperm are so relevant. The crazy, crazy thing to me is how many Imperms I saw today. It really is back. It's all the way back in the meta.
Mm-hmm.
With a vengeance.
Yes. I saw Imperm today more than I've seen it in 8 months probably.
It's for your deck.
That is true. It did never stop me, but you're right. It is for my deck. I acknowledge that. Mm-hmm. It is for the Zoo Brigade. It's a good card against Zoo Brigade, but realistically, if the Zoo Brigade player knows what they're doing, they can play around. Okay, you've got there's ways to play around it for sure, but that card is more relevant now than it's been in quite a while.
Yeah, for sure.
And I think that the way that it surged back into the format like that is very interesting.
But no, I think if you put put one of those cards to 1, it creates a situation where Meltdown is the top layer,
Yeah.
and like it doesn't, nothing gets it, but it gets everything else. So like
Right.
you can Ash it, or if you hit Invocation, it's the bottom layer, you can just negate the Alistair because you know it's in deck.
Right. That makes sense.
Yeah. But sorry, I didn't mean to go on.
No, yeah,
I
no.
thought we were gonna go into the other
Yeah, no, it's okay.
Yeah.
Schism.
3.
Caleb?
Ban.
I'm actually fine with Schism at 3. I mean, if Windows ban Nadir Servants Limited,
Yeah.
I'm fine with Schism at 3.
Where's Farfa at?
What?
Farfa's name is like real name. Is,
Nadir, yeah. Okay. Let's talk about Dragoon for a moment. Personally, I think the card should be banned, but I just don't think it'll be this list. It'll get there eventually, I promise. The issue is that it's a splashable 3-card engine, 4 if you count the Verte and the extra. But I mean, a splashable 3-card engine that gets you an Omni Negate that buffs itself, that can't be targeted or destroyed by card effects, as well as can just burn your opponent for however much damage you want. The card is way, way beyond insane. But it won't get hit on this ban list for 2 reasons. One, it's not relevant right now. It's not being super duper played. And 2, it hasn't had a chance to get reprinted yet. They haven't made all their money off of it.
I think Dragoon's fine.
I think you're crazy.
Probably, yeah. Well, so one, I think they won't hit it on this ban list. I know that eventually they probably will. But right now, we have so many outs like Dark Ruler and Forbidden Droplet, which are still trying to sell Forbidden Droplet reprints. Yeah. That I don't think they're going to hit it. Also, like, it's not, like you said, it's not very relevant right now anyway.
Yeah.
Second, I think the issue is really Predaplant because it is just an enabler that limits game design or card design in the future in the first place.
While that is true, that just turns Red Eyes Fusion into a sack you want of, and now people are just going to play Red Eyes Wyvern instead.
The thing is, when you activate Red Eyes Fusion versus Predaplant, like, I can Ash Red Eyes, I can't Ash Predaplant. And then when I Ash Red Eyes Fusion, I didn't negate the activation, so you still activate that card. And you can no longer play this turn. You just got to pass.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I don't know.
I see where you're coming from, and I see why Verte is such a long-term problem. And honestly, they could ban both. But my issue with Dragoon specifically is the splashability of it, which is something that Konami has shown time and time again. They do not like highly, highly, highly splashable, insane power cards like that, right?
Right.
So,
I see it. I don't know.
I mean, I realistically think that both cards could easily go. Easily.
Oh, yeah.
Caleb, Dragoon.
Ban.
All right. There we go. That's it. So the next ones are going to come kind of quick, fast, and in a hurry. Let's talk Drytron Nova. This is interesting because the deck was really, really oppressive, and then it was not in the format at all, and now it's insane again.
It's actually better. It's kind of crazy to say.
Yeah, it's literally better than it was. Before, you would just summon Vanity's ruler, and that was considered really good. This is considered better, which is wild.
Yeah, the combos before I was doing was like the best one you could do when the deck came out was Dragoon Ultimateness with like an even hand and Vanity's ruler.
Right.
Yeah.
So, quick fire reaction, Drytron Nova.
I think it should be at 1.
Caleb?
I agree. 1.
I agree. 1. Here's the thing, though. We all know they won't do it.
No.
I hope not.
You said I just spent all that money on
Look, dude.
Diviners.
I played the deck, and I played against Cinnamon Hall. It was my first loss when we got top 8. And, dude...
Is there anything else in that deck that you would hit?
I think playing 2 Eve is probably unfair.
Oh, you think... Okay, so you think Eva's a problem.
I mean, like...
That's an interesting one. I haven't heard that one at all yet.
Like,
it makes a lot of sense when you say it.
I don't think they will, because you really need Eva to play the deck.
Yeah.
But I think there are builds that play 2, and I don't play 2 in my deck, because, like, I don't know, like, I just don't... I don't know. If they hit Eva, they gotta ban it.
I think one Eva would probably be fine. I mean, the one Ben 10 is actually pretty fine in reality.
I don't know. I think if they ever hit Eva, it would be just chop it.
Interesting. So Nova to 1, if you're going to hit the deck anywhere else, it's Eva?
Yeah, next one will be Eva.
Caleb, what do you think? How much do you know about the deck?
From just from listening to him talk about it today and from what I've seen online and all that, I would agree Nova to 1. But then after listening to his comment just now about Eva, I'm now thinking Eva 1 as well.
What about Cyber Emergency?
No.
I mean, it's just but the problem with that is it's like a generic machine searcher, right?
I mean, the thing is, like...
Any light machine, like, that's a lot.
Rhoda
Yeah.
is a way bigger issue than any other search card. Like, that card...
Well, that's not true.
No, it is. It absolutely is. Like...
It can search more cards in the game than any other card.
That card...
Yeah.
I do not think that Rhoda is a bigger issue than...
Not right now. But potential-wise, it is. No, it absolutely is.
All I need
I guess it starts every Isolde combo.
No, it is Isolde, yeah.
It's an instant link, too. Yeah. Alright, but that's not...
Right now, it's not an issue.
Yeah. But Rhoda is not... It's not Cyber Emergency, right? Like, I know it's the same general principle. Add a light machine monster from deck to hand. But, like, the applications here are different. And I'm not saying that just because Rhoda is better means that Cyber Emergency shouldn't also be limited. Like, realistically, which is better, Rhoda or E-Tele?
Realistically speaking, Rhoda.
Okay, but they're both limited.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
But realistically speaking, Cyber Emergency's played in 2 decks. Cyber Dragon and Drytron.
And, you know, all the Cyber Dragon players can get mad at the Drytron players for ruining their best searcher.
But, I don't know. Like, it's like Tinky to me. It's like, I don't think it should get a 1. I don't think it should get hit.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That actually leads us beautifully... Oh, wait. Okay, hold on. Actually, there's one more card in that Drytron deck that I want to talk about. And the issue here is not that it's in Drytron, it's that it's splashable and limits card design in the future, and that's Beatrice.
Yeah.
Quickfire, Beatrice. You're the one that brought this up, so I have a feeling.
I know. It's Lavalval Chain's banned. Beatrice is a better Lavalval Chain. It's harder to make. I think in the future it probably will get banned. Not on this ban list though.
Caleb?
Yeah, I pretty much agree with him on that.
Beatrice is such an interesting card because it's so ridiculously good, but just not easy to hit. Because like pumping rank 6s is just not super easy.
But hey, if you can make it,
oh yeah, it breaks everything. So, but that leads us beautifully what you were talking about earlier with 10 key into 10 key itself. Personally, my quick fire reaction for 10 key is that I don't think it'll ever get hit because the deck survived fire. The card survived Fire Fist all the way. The deck survived all of Zoo format. The deck has survived everything up until now. If it can get through Tier 0 Zoo and not get hit, Konami clearly doesn't think that this card is a problem. And if you want to hit the Zoo Brigade deck, great. You hit exactly Fractal.
Yeah. I think the reason it hit in the OCG was because of Zeus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's going to be another topic. So
yeah, that's yeah.
Tinky.
That's actually the next card we're going to talk about is Zeus. So Caleb, Tinky.
1 or 2.
Yeah. 2 is just a slight consistency hit from about 30% to about 22% on rate of opening. So, let's talk Zeus. Rapid fire, Dylan.
Zeus should be at 1, but it won't go to 1 because reprint time.
I agree.
I absolutely agree. Wow. Okay, I think we're lining up here.
Yeah, it's another card where we're unanimous.
I think Zeus is not unfair until you make the second one.
That's
when it becomes unfair.
Yeah.
Okay. And we all agree they're not going to hit it just because of
reprintability.
The maintenance coming up and stuff.
Or who knows? They might print an alt art in El Dorado.
Oh no! Don't do my boy like that. No.
Okay, Curse
Mustard
Eldland.
rarity. I wanted to go to 1 so bad. I don't know why.
You're off the deck now. We can go to 1.
No. Realistically, the Eldritch deck has a very unfair card economy. Just like Drytron, but it's a very old deck at this point. All the cards get more cards.
Curse Eldland's gonna get the reprint in maximum gold this year.
It's got to.
It's going to. They're not gonna hit it for that reason.
I mean, it's named El Dorado. That's what the entire archetype's based on.
They might not hit that card, but I have a sneaking suspicion that it's Sanguine.
What were we talking about earlier? That was Magical Meltdown. It is not searchable. Curse Eldland is not searchable within the archetype, but it searches everything else. Mm-hmm. It's the same principle as Magical Meltdown.
Yeah, but Magical Meltdown doesn't... I mean, sure, you can keep recycling, right, and whatever, but, like, the loop is making 1 fusion a turn versus, like, dude, every trap in my graveyard just gets another trap.
Yeah.
Or Golden Boy.
Yeah, or Golden
One
Boy.
or the other.
And then when it goes to grave, it just does more.
Yeah.
Rinse, repeat, ad infinitum.
But, like, to be honest with you, I think the biggest thing is Sanguine's actually another issue with the deck. If they don't have Sanguine, they have to play the quick play spell.
The White Destiny.
Yeah, and they can only summon Eldritch from hand or deck with it.
Hand or grave.
Was hand or grave?
Yeah.
Okay. And Sanguine is probably the second card in line to get bopped if they did anything to the deck.
Honestly, I think Sanguine should be at the front of the line. I think Sanguine's more of a problem than Curse Eldland is. Because Curse Eldland, you have to hard open it.
Yeah. It's just, I don't know. When you are hard open Curse Eldland with Tinky, it feels real good.
It does, but the thing you have... No, what's even better is Curse Eldland with Barrage. Oh!
Yeah. Oof.
But the thing about Curse Eldland to me is that with it not being searchable, as well as... How do I put this? The card... Okay, see, if you have Curse Eldland at 1, then if you hard open it, your whole deck is online.
Yep.
Whereas if you put Sanguine to 1, it doesn't matter what you hard open because you only have 1 Sanguine. Yeah, sure, you have to play the White Destiny now, but we both acknowledge that Sanguine is just better.
So the thing is, like, with like you were just saying, the top player thing?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That's the same thing with Sanguine. It's like, once you hit that 1 Sanguine, they can only get 1 golden knife from the deck with it. Like, and then that whole line stops right there. The card economy shuts down.
Yeah, that's why Sanguine is the better hit. That's what I'm saying.
No, that's what, like, actually, like, honestly, like, between our, like, other group, like, the Dark Arm Dealings team.
Yeah.
I said that. And they convinced me otherwise. And now that you're saying it, it's like, yeah, no, that was the right thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, when you really logic it out, Sanguine is the better hit.
Yeah.
So, Caleb, what do you think about the Eldritch deck?
Buy Sanguine.
Yeah.
Put Sanguine at 1. It's fine at 1.
All right, we're going to reverse the order here for the back half. Terraforming. Caleb, how do you feel?
I think it's time for it to go.
Logic.
Well, I mean, they keep printing more and more and more broken, overpowered field spells. I think it's finally time for it to go. Just a 1 card, I get to open my entire combo. You get to run 4 copies of whatever field spell that you need to start your
at
combos.
that point, you're not running 3 copies. You're just always running 4.
Yeah, and it just increases that consistency into the field spell opener just way too high.
Yeah,
so
because if you go from 3 to 2, you go from 30 to 22. But if you go from 3 to 4, I mean, the consistency in opening one of them goes whoosh through the roof.
Yeah, it and also limits to what they can do with any future field spell whatsoever.
It limits future card design, right?
Yeah, so I think it needs to go.
Dylan,
I think it needs to go. I think, dude, look, there's a power creep when I don't know if you believe me yet. I don't know if you understand the situation that is approaching us with these birds. But look,
you're concerned about these birds.
They have a field spell that is an extender.
It's a starter and extender, and
in one.
oh no button.
If they're printing field spells like that, I think it needs to go. Like if that is the next power level we're going to.
Right.
Yeah, no, terraforming needs to go.
I'm fine with terraforming going, honestly. What's crazy was if you had told somebody, like, 8-10 years ago, like, we're calling for terraforming to be banned, they would have looked at you like you were insane, because at the time, terraforming was at 3. Field spells were garbage.
Like, I think at the time, the best possible field spell you could run was probably the Psychic field spell.
None of us know what you're talking about, and that should say something about what that spell is.
Yeah, okay, so there's a field spell for Psychics that anytime you would pay life points to activate one of their effects, you put a counter on it instead. And then you can remove counters...
To proc their effects.
No. You can remove counters from them to special summon a Psychic monster out of your deck by telling me counters was on it.
Okay.
I think the first deck I really saw terraforming be like a part of was the most degenerate deck I've ever seen, which was a chicken game deck.
Chicken game. Of course.
Yeah, that terraforming is a powerful card. I think it can go. Let's focus on some more one-ofs. Harpy's Feather Duster. Caleb.
I think it can stay at 1.
Dylan?
It's all good at 1. I think it's fine.
Yeah, I think it's honestly fine. At this point, it's a deck building choice. Like, today I didn't even run Duster.
Yeah, it's like Duster's like the card you put in.
Like I'm at 14 on my extra. I need to throw one more in on my side. What do I throw in?
Yeah.
Well, I personally see it more as I can either run 4 Twin Twisters, or I can run 2 Twin Twisters and a Harpy's Feather Duster, who is Twin Twister but for free.
Wait, 4?
Yeah, 3 Twin Twister and the Harpy's Feather Duster.
Oh, I was like, what? Wait, what?
Yeah. The only drawback is that it isn't a quick play.
Yeah. I mean, could you imagine if it was? Oh my god.
It would be banned.
Yo, Schism be like.
It's gonna be like, oh. It's like Ralph from that one meme. I'm in danger.
I'm in danger.
I'm in danger, becoming completely irrelevant.
All right. Imperial Order, Caleb.
It's fine at 1. It is perfectly fine at 1.
You're cool with Imperial Order at 1, even though it like murders you?
Yeah.
Dylan.
Okay. I think I think they print so many cards that just absolutely annihilate trap decks.
Yes.
That Imperial Order is perfectly okay, because if Red Reboot can be legal, Imperial Order should be
Guess
legal.
what we're talking
also.
about next.
Yeah.
I'll be doing that on purpose sometimes.
Yeah.
You don't need to leave me in. I got it. No, it's fine. Yeah, I'm with it. I think Imperial Order at 1 is awesome. Don't ever bring it to 2, though.
No.
Yeah, no. Skip it. 1 is the perfect number for it.
That card's insane. Dude, Imperial Order Droll on the Invoke Stall Dogmatical pair.
Gone.
That guy was just dead. Until he killed me. Then he wasn't dead. I blame that on
you were dead.
I blame that on the ruling.
Yeah, that's true.
That lost you the game.
We really need, because like, I mean, I would have ruled it wrong too, but we actually need somebody that I'm gonna try and get Joe to start being the judge at the shop.
Yeah, old man Yu-Gi-Oh.
Old boomer boy.
Okay.
Joe probably we need him to take the judge test.
I talked to him earlier when on the way here actually.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Perfect.
Cool. That's cool.
Next card, Red Reboot, Caleb.
Ban.
I like it, Dylan.
Absolutely banned.
Now keep in mind.
Get it out of here.
Now keep in mind, I'm a combo player and I want it banned.
Dylan, you're a combo player.
Dude, look, I was playing Elledge at the Minden Hall 3v3.
Yep.
Alright, look. I still won this game somehow, but the Grid Maju player, Pot of Prosperity for 6 into Red Reboot. I felt like I had a gun to my head the entire game, dude.
Oh, man. That's funny.
Because at any point, you can just shut your whole turn down.
I was like, when he's going to summon Grid Maju, when am I just going to get shot, basically?
All right, this is the point where we talk about entire decks all at once. First thing we're going to talk about, or entire archetypes, really, because the first thing we're going to talk about is actually we're going to talk about 2 bringing them back. You know what? Let's finish off banning stuff.
Yeah.
Dragon Link. Caleb, how do you hit it?
LP ban.
In your ideal list, what do you do? Because I know you're a Dragon Link player.
Yeah. As a Dragon Link player, I would ban LP, limit Striker.
Dylan, how do you hit the deck?
Absolutely hit LP. There's like 4 or 5 million reasons to hit LP, but
what's your main one?
Main one,
because I know you have a different view on this than most.
Main one. Well, there's two. There's 2 main ones. Card design and futures limited. Second one.
That's my biggest issue with it.
Brotar is.
Y'all are crazy. My biggest issue is that it's insane.
Brotar is a really good card.
Yep.
Brotar searches Levianeer, and that's like my biggest issue.
Well, that's the thing, because the way Brotar is worded, it can search any card.
Yeah.
As long as you have a card on field with the same type and attributes as the one you're trying to search.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but the ability for LP to pull it out, and then the thing is, you don't have to pull out Brotar. You can just pull out whatever's convenient for you.
Yeah, no. There's
like I've used it several times to pull out a Black Metal Dragon.
And it's going to be searchable in every Dragon deck. I mean, it's going to be playable in every Dragon deck forever.
Yeah, no, it is an issue, and it does limit card design. If you look at most of the links that are banned right now, except for Crystal Fiber, which has not been banned yet, but most of them that are banned, some are from the deck.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it's coming.
Yeah.
All right, so you ban LP. Do you do anything else to hit that deck?
Realistically, I think the baby dragons need to go, like the baby chaos dragons.
This is something that I've thought about. Yeah.
Yeah, because I don't think Chaos Base needs to go. I think Chaos Base is okay. I think when you put the babies into the equation and like you open up the line where you just activate Chaos Base, discard a card, search the baby, the other one's still in deck.
Yep.
And it creates a situation where even if you draw the other one off of Chaos Base, like even if you draw the other one with Chaos Base and you discard it with Chaos Base,
Yep.
you can still do that whole line where you go +2.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, no, it's actually unfair. The card economy right there is just ridiculous.
So, your hit will be LP to 0 and both the baby dragons gone. Personally, I think to hit the Dragon Link deck, the effective way to do it that is actually going to most hinder the deck and make them completely retool will be ban LP, limit Striker, and limit Chaos Base.
So, like, here's another thought there. When you don't hit the baby dragons, does Thunder Dragon Link come back?
I don't think that Thunder Dragon is like realistically a super playable deck. Like, okay, I understand that it's capable of making board under the right circumstances. I don't think it's necessarily the most realistic deck when you consider that Colossus is banned.
That's fine, and that's right. But the thing about that deck is it just link climbs. It just makes material.
Yeah.
Like it just
Forever.
goes. Yeah. I mean, I can see it. I don't know. It's kind of like the thought I had. Like, what would they do if they hit the deck hard enough? You know.
Yeah.
To actually like create an issue where people have to innovate, and where would they go with it? And I kind of thought that was the line they probably go down again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about Dino.
Wow. Strong opinions on this one.
All right, I'll start this one. Ban Misk, limit Oviraptor.
I want it all gone.
Okay, so just ban every dinosaur card. Got it.
You know what? Let's do the Gemini.
With which card?
All of them.
No, just solely over. I would plenty for that. But no, Misk needs to go. It's just a blanket protection for all dinos and the
it's
entire
a starter.
Game. It's a starter, and it protects all dinos in the entire game with no limitation.
It's such a bad card design. It's like it's a
No,
starter.
it's great for the deck.
Oh yeah, no, but health wise and
LP
fairness,
is also great for Dragon Link.
Yeah,
no.
but it's like LP, where it's just disgusting. It limits what card design you can have in the future because you have to consider, hey, if this thing's a dinosaur, it's just protected for the entire main phase, and your opponent can't do anything about it.
And the crazy thing is, like, Misk and a baby in hand is literally just full combo.
Dude, I misplayed so hard against a Dino player. That's why I lost game 2. I hadn't played Link Creeper in a really long time.
Yeah.
And he had 2 cards in his hand. He activated Lost World, Summon Baby, affect Summon Token on my board. I could have Link Creeper it off, but I didn't.
Oh,
and then he went to battle phase, attack. Dude, he made everything.
Yup.
Yeah, dude, that Dino deck is insane. Okay, so Caleb, realistically, you said ban Mist. Is there anything else you do to the deck, or do you think banning Mist legitimately sufficiently hits the deck? Keep in mind though that without Mist, they can't just banish one to special summon Archosaur from the deck. They have to get into it a different way.
Exactly. I would do for now. I would just start with banning Misk and then see what they do from there. Maybe limit Fossil Dig.
Fossil Dig is insane. Dylan, what do you think?
I think Fossil Dig's fine. I think they just need to ban Mist.
Ban Mist and it's done?
Yep.
I like the limit on Oviraptor. That card is literally insane.
Yeah, it searches itself.
Not only that, it's either Fossil Dig or Foolish Barrel, whatever's convenient for you at the time.
Yeah.
That card's crazy. I think card needs to go to 1. I'm fine with Fossil Dig being at 3 because sure you can search your babies or you can search your single Oviraptor.
Yeah.
But at that point, you only have one Oviraptor and you have no Misk. What else are you gonna do?
I mean that's perfectly fair.
I think a lot of the combos involve having 2 babies there also, so maybe if they hit baby the 1.
Maybe.
And the baby is a mandatory effect that is not once per turn.
Yeah.
Crazy. So the last thing I want to talk about, there's 2 decks that realistically I think could see some relief on the ban list. One is Salads.
Yep.
I think a lot of people say Mirage Talio to 1. I think realistically Gazelle could probably come to 2, and maybe Circle. I'm not crazy familiar with it. Caleb, I know neither of us played an Eternal format, so
yeah.
I'm glad we have you here to talk about this, Dylan. What's the deal with Salads? How would you effectively make the deck fair and still playable?
To be honest with you, just like the episode with Mason when he said the deck is super fair. It actually is. I think if you want to make it playable again, maybe tier 2 status, maybe probably not even that anymore. Just to give it the most help it could have, realistically bringing back Mirage Dalio would definitely be the right way to go because it's such a versatile card, but it's so fair.
I really think that still having Gazelle and Circle at 1 and Mirage Dalio at 1, the deck is it opens up a lot of combo lines for the deck, but at the same time it's
the combo line for the deck is literally just you really just have a Rage that pops 2 for free. But I mean, realistically speaking,
so does Icarus
is
attack.
That? Yeah, I mean, is it really that good anymore?
Right.
It targets, doesn't it?
No.
No. Okay, unknown targeting.
Yeah.
So it's a better Icarus attack.
Yeah, and you don't discard or tribute.
Yeah, but also Icarus attack targets.
Yeah.
Okay. So you bring Stalio to 1.
Mm-hmm.
I think Stalio to 1 is probably fine. I'm fine with whatever you say on this, honestly.
Yeah.
All
because we didn't play during that format, so.
The last thing I want to do is I want to talk about the Dragon Rulers. I think we're probably all in agreement on this. I think Blaster can come back to 1 for sure. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I agree.
Definitely.
And Redox needs to stay banned. I think we all agree on that.
He needs to die. No, I'm just joking.
Do what?
I said,
yeah.
Yeah, dude, Redox and MIT would be insane.
Yeah.
So Redox stays banned. What about Tidal?
Yes, okay, back. Okay.
You think Tidal could come back?
Yeah.
I worry about it in the Marmel deck.
I would like to try it, but it's just, dude, if Marmel would be good right now, I'd be playing it. It's such a
Fair.
fun deck.
The deck can realistically hand loop. It can get you for a couple at least.
It can get you for 2.
Like
There's
every
a combo
game.
line.
Yeah, every game it can get you for 2.
You have to open up Diva.
So?
To be fair, that's 3 out of 40.
That's 30%.
You can search Diva if you want to play 3 of the other card.
Yeah.
Is it Minstrel or Arya?
Arya.
Yeah, but I mean, modern decks always play 3 Arya.
Yeah, so it's really 6 of them. Yeah.
Which is 70 or something % chance of opening 1. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it. I don't know. It's just a thing that I really have no idea on, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
But I don't think Marmel will be that great still.
I feel that. I don't know if Marmel is necessarily the thing that. I think that's one of those things that limits card design in the future. You know what I mean? Like, for example, the Flunderies, over half of them are water.
Yeah, and the other half are wind.
But Flurries lock you out, especially one.
Oh, that's
yeah,
true.
they do. I mean, you can still get the Tempest Search.
Can you?
Yeah, it's the you pitch 2 wind or a pair of dragons, and you can search for a wind monster. I think.
Oh.
I've been
I
trying
think it
to.
has to be a wind dragon.
Okay, yeah, it might have to be a wind dragon.
Oh no! When it's banished.
Oh, itself and a win for any dragon.
There it is.
That's
Self
what it
and a
is.
win for any dragon.
Yeah.
Yeah, and because I've been trying to build harpies for my fiance. So
Yeah. It's really interesting how the different power levels of all the different power dragon rulers can facilitate going into, like, okay, do we bring back Redox? No. Do we bring back Blaster? Probably. Do we bring back Title? Maybe.
do we keep Tempest
Are
to
Ansem
1?
Manipitters are Earth monsters?
I think so.
Redox would be too insane.
Yeah, no. Redox.
I've heard people talking about Black Dragon to 1.
They're wild.
I disagree.
I also disagree.
Now they're entitled to their opinion. Don't get me wrong, but I disagree wholeheartedly.
For sure.
Yeah, I disagree too. I think that's, like I said, I think I talked about this last time. I think that's just people that didn't get to play Adamantipator IRL
Yeah, and
that
they want
want to play it.
Dude, I've heard so many bad things about that online format. I didn't play at the time, so...
Well, I think that wraps us up today, honestly. This was a great episode.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody, thank you so much for listening. Be sure to follow, subscribe, whatever the app that you're listening on entails. Put us down for automatic downloads. Gives us an automatic listen as soon as the podcast drops, because it automatically will download to your phone. That way you can listen to it anywhere at any time. Be sure to follow us on our socials, which will again be linked down below. Be sure to follow Dillion, his channel on YouTube at Team Dark Arm Dealings, which will again be linked down below.
Team Dad on YouTube.
Team Dad on YouTube. And most importantly, tell everyone. Tell everyone you know at your locals. Tell everyone you know that you ride around with. All your people that play around you. We love doing this. We love putting this content out there. And we hope to continue to do it for a long time.
Can I say something too?
Absolutely.
Yo, I just want to say this podcast has been amazing. Like, really. Like, y'all have done such a great job.
Thank you so much.
And
It
it's
means a lot.
such a great idea. And I've wanted something like this to listen to for a long time.
I feel like the most important part about this is consistent posting.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
for sure.
Yep, we post every Tuesday and Friday.
Yep. Every Tuesday and Friday,
Speaking of which,
automatically at 8 o'clock. It automatically posts 8 a.m. every Tuesday and Friday, Central Standard Time. So, speaking of which, what? Oh, the Tuesday and Friday posting? Yeah. Thank you again for listening, everybody. We will be back with another episode on Friday, and we hope you enjoy your week.
Yep, everybody take care.
Peace.